Thank you, Mr. Bob and the Renegades. We really appreciate it. Welcome to this beautiful October. Don't you feel it? See it in the flowers, the leaves. How exciting. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas in a minute. Best time on, my God, Ann Drummond. Welcome home, Ann Drummond. We missed you. How wonderful. Another gift. So please join me being happy, being here with our opening statement. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe, God, the good, the omnipotent.
It is a beautiful day out there today, and the gloriousness of fall is upon us. So let's all stand and sing Joyful, Joyful. Joyful, joyful, we adore you, God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before you, opening to the sun above. Melt the clouds of fear and sadness, drive the dark of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness, fill us with the light of day. All thy works with joy surround you, earth and heaven reflect thy rays. Stars and angels sing around you, center of unbroken praise. Field and forest, vale and mountain, flowery meadow, flashing sea, chanting bird and flowing fountain, call us to rejoice in thee. Mortals join the happy chorus, which the morning stars began. Spirit love is reigning o'er us, holy love your master plan. Ever singing stride we onward, winners in this walk of life. Joyful music leads us onward in the triumph song of life. What a beautiful day it is. Thank you so much.
What a joyful way to come in today, right? Thank you, Carla. I'm Deb Stovall. I'm your chaplain for today. And I'd like to remind you that we do have one-on-one prayer in the chapel after the service. There are chaplains in the chapel. Also, you can submit a prayer request either in the chapel or by the front door and put it in the prayer chest, and we take it home, pray over it for a week, and then send it to Silent Unity where it's prayed over for 30 days. Let's say our daily word together. Joy, a growing awareness of God's presence is my greatest joy. Let's take that into prayer. As we open up our hearts, we think of something we are grateful of. And we know that that space that opens is the Christ within. We feel that place of love and abundance and all that we need. And we feel that filling our bodies now as a light, a warm light that is God, that is the energy of that love. And as we think about those that are in need, that require a healing today, whether that is yourself or someone else, we spread that light. We let that light emanate from our Christ within to their Christ within. And we see that person or persons filled with the light of love, filled with the light that they are. and we know that a healing is taking place. We can spread that light throughout our city, our nation, and we spread that light throughout the world, the healing light that is God. And we say, thank you, Spirit, in the name and power of Jesus Christ. Amen.
I love myself the way I am. We know this song. Let's sing it. I love myself the way I am. There's nothing I need to change. I'll always be the perfect me. There's nothing to rearrange. I'm beautiful and capable of being the best me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. I love you the way you are. There's nothing you need to do. When I feel the love inside myself, it's easy to love you. Behind your fears, your rage and tears, I see your shining star. And I love you just the way you are. I love the world the way it is, 'cause I can clearly see that all the things I judge are done by people just like me. So till the birth of peace on earth that only love can bring, I'll help it grow by loving everything, by loving everything, by loving everything. I love you. I love you.
We love you just the way you are. It is my great pleasure that I get to introduce our speaker today. She was here last week. She stayed the whole week. She worked with people who requested it. She's a glory. Oh my God. She changed her costume. I'm sorry. She's a glorious person. Her name is Reverend Glenda Walden. She's been a student of truth for many years, a successful minister, spiritual education teacher, and therapist, and in her newest venture, creative, innovative approaches to manifesting, providing tools for becoming all that you can be through manifestation and coaching, bioenergetic, rebalancing, and spiritual counseling. Ladies and gentlemen, the witch, Glenda Walden.
Good morning, Unity of Dallas. So I'm wondering, when you looked in the mirror this morning, what did you see? Did you see the bright, luminous being that you are, or did you see something a little more like this? Luminosity, according to the Encarta Dictionary, is emitting or reflecting light, startlingly bright, radiant, resplendent, stunning, and inspiring. So I have a really important question for you this morning. Do you want to live your life based on what you believe you see in the mirror, or would you rather live your life in its resplendency, stunning, inspiring. So, what do you think? Inspiring? Then I hope this morning you will join me in taking a closer look into the mirror. When I arrived here a week ago Friday, I found this curious little book on Marlene's kitchen table. It's called How to Hold a Cockroach, a book for those who are free and don't know it. And so Marlene opened it up and she read me a little snippet. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best story ever about our BS. That would be belief systems. Some of us call them stories. Some of us call them patterns. But it's our belief systems. And it is those BS that make up the mask that keep us from clearly seeing the truth of who we really are. So in this story, there's a boy, and he sits down for dinner, and lo and behold, on the kitchen table is a cockroach. Now you can imagine his first response. He was disgusted. Wah! And he yells, "Go away, cockroach. I don't want you here." The cockroach was completely unimpacted by this outburst. Just continued to sit on the kitchen table and stare at the boy. And as the boy is staring down the cockroach, he becomes curious. I wonder why I hate cockroaches. And then he remembers. He remembers when he was just a tiny boy that his mother saw a cockroach on the kitchen floor. She immediately screamed wildly and said exactly the same words he had just said. "Go away, cockroach." The little boy was so frightened by his mother's response that he decided right then and there that cockroaches were disgusting, that they were ugly, that they were something to be afraid of. And as time went on, he found more and more evidence that this was true. Not only did he find evidence that this was true, he found that there were more and more people that agreed with him. Now, I know that never happens to you. And as time passed, a curious thing happened. The story seemed true. In fact, the story seemed so true, he forgot it was a story. And it became part of his belief system. I am willing to bet that each one of you has a cockroach story. A story that you have believed for so long that it seems true. So I want to share a couple of cockroach stories with you. I recently outed a friend of mine about his story. He has a story that says, "I don't read well." And when I asked him about this, he explained that when he was a child, he had been labeled dyslexic. And because of that label, he had been terribly teased in school. Teachers had called him stupid, and he had been ostracized. And so he started to hold on to that story. My cockroach story I found during a retreat. It was in a little box tucked away in the corner of my mind that I had marked as resolved, let go of, finished, which was all true, except that there was a part of that story about what happened and who it happened to that I have still holding on to. It came with labels like the victim of and the survivor of. Now, the interesting thing about our minds is when we have a story, our mind, like a laser beam, starts to focus and gather evidence that the story is true. My friend, he began to notice that other people were reading John Grisham novels and other people were studying complex theories that he was struggling with. I noticed that people betrayed me, that people lied to me, that people hurt me. And as we gather the evidence, we began to notice that people agree with us. I found lots of people that when they would hear my story, they, oh, poor Glenda, you're such a victim. You were such a victim. I want you to take a pause this morning. I want you to take a deep breath in and ask yourself, what evidence are you gathering to support your story? And are you willing to look for a different way? There is a power and a presence that always shines within us, even when covered by a mask. And it is because of that power and that presence that miracles occur. I really love the way I've heard miracles described by Marianne Williamson as a shift in our perception. And a miracle happened to the boy. I want to share it with you. The boy started to realize that he had been scared of the cockroach not for what it was, but for what he had believed it was. He questioned for the first time in a very long time how much he actually knew about cockroaches. What are you really? He wondered. He looked at the cockroach with curiosity, the way he would have looked at it when he was a tiny boy before his mother screamed. He began to feel compassion. He thought, maybe cockroaches aren't all that different from me. The way to unmasking ourselves is by being curious. Why am I believing that? Where did that come from? It opens our mind. And then the next question is, what if I didn't mind? What if I didn't mind? Now, that means a willingness to suspend your judgment, to suspend your perception, and instead to focus on the facts. The sky is blue. The grass is green. I was lied to. I was hurt. Now hear me clearly. Not minding the story does not mean you're condoning behavior that's hurtful. Not minding the story means that you take that laser beam focus and you become willing to expand it. You see, when we take our mind off of it, when we don't mind, it unhinges us from the story. And when we become unhinged from the story, all kinds of possibilities open up to us. The little boy asked the question, "Who are you really?" My friend told me that when he could ask the question, "Who am I really?" life opened up to him like an avalanche. And he began to see that he was resourceful. He was capable. He was smart. When I became unhinged from my story and asked, "Who are you really?" I found not a victim. I found a hero. I discovered a lost part of myself, a 4-year-old warrior who would never allow anyone to steal her joy. When we become willing to look at circumstances, at experiences with curiosity, when we become willing to not mind the story, what we discover is that it is not the experience, it is not the circumstance that has created the mask. It is what we believe about it. And by becoming curious, the miracle happens. We can have a shift in our perspective. And when we're able to remove the mask, we can see clearly into the mirror. And when we look in the mirror, we discover the luminosity that was there all along. My friends, I see you clearly. I see the luminous being that you are. And my hope and my prayer is that you ask the question and that you become willing to remove the mask. With infinite love and gratitude, namaste. So I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath in with me. Close your eyes or cast your gaze downward and just breathe in. And see before you a mirror. And at first when you look at that mirror, it's smoky. It's not clear. You're not sure what you're seeing. And ask yourself, as you look in this mirror, who am I really? Who am I? And as you breathe, the fog over the glass is lifted. And what you see is light. Bask in that glorious, resplendent, luminous light that you are. May you remember who 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 you are. You are love, you are light, you are a spark of the divine. You are love, you are light, you are a spark of the divine. Take a couple of more deep breaths in to that luminous light that you are. With infinite love and gratitude, may you shine forth your light today. Thank you. You may open your eyes.
You're Glenda the Good Witch.
I am indeed.
You are. Thank you so much. If that wasn't gift enough. It just gets better and better. And now is the time where we get to give. There's so many opportunities for us to give our time, ourself, be here, work the lobby, be here, listen to the music. We're so grateful. That's all about sacred service. So there's ways to help, not even financially. There's people here who cannot get to church physically, but we have set up a system where we will go get you. We will pay to have you delivered per taxi. So that's here for you. There's also the soup mobile. The soup mobile is really, really important to me because it's called Dine with Dignity. We have dignity. We can go into a restaurant and we can eat and pay for it. There are those who can't. So there's a $5 gift card. Put it in, it's outside on the lobby at the desk, and we'll tell you where and when. $5. And then they distribute it to the people who can't go into that restaurant and eat and have dignity. There's also, obviously, giving on the computer, giving your checks. You just mail them right here. And I have the address if you need it. It's 6525 Forest Lane, Dallas, Texas, 75230. You can do it on the computer again by giving give. So there's so many ways, and it's so easy. So please join me in our offertory blessing. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, and all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Spirit.
Leaving the crowd behind them, needing a time of rest, the disciples followed Jesus to the sea. And as the boat began to sail away to the other side, the Master laid his head down to sleep. The sky began to darken, the rain began to fall, and the waters tossed the boat from side to side. Struggling to find assurance, they woke him in distress, saying, "Save us, Lord, or we will surely die." He said, "Peace his voice. He said, "Peace, be still," and a miracle began by the power of his command. Peace, be still. When trouble rained upon me, sorrows gathered like a fog, and it seemed the Savior's face was hid from mine. My heavy heart was full of doubt, shaken by the storm, till I felt his words bring comfort deep inside. He said, "Peace, be still." And my heavy heart was calmed by his voice. He said, "Peace, be still." And a miracle began by the power of his command. Peace, be still. And a miracle began by the power of his command, his command. Peace, be still.
Again, how lucky can we be? Right here, right there. Look, all of you, be happy. It's a great opportunity just to be here. So I'm going to give you some announcements because you're sick of me, so I'm going to go quick. This week, Insights continues for another 4 weeks with Alexis Rice in person, Monday, 12 to 1 in Myrtle Hall. Monthly Meditation and Me with Lynn Patterson, Zoom. Wednesday, 7 to 8:30. This class explores meditation in all forms. The Divine Sisters are back, and they get to meet Saturday in Fellowship Hall. Hybrid. We know what that means now. Wednesday, 7:30 to 8:30 in Fellowship Hall. Deb Stovall will be presenting Using Colors to Set Interiors. And then on the 17th, which is next Sunday, the Board of Directors will hold the fall meeting on Sunday, October 17th. Part of the meeting's agenda will be voting for members for the nominating committee. The nominating committee receives board applications, reviews them, interviews each candidate, and presents who they feel would be best candidates for the board. And this is very exciting. Unity of the Voices of Unity, our choir by Carla, is starting rehearsals for the holiday season, October 24th, 12:30 to 1:30 on Sundays after church. They will meet in the sanctuary. Please contact Carla. Here's the deal. Everybody has a talent. Everybody wants to sing. Some people don't want you to sing, but you can. Some people don't read music. With that lady right there, and I am pointing at Carla, she teaches you to sing, she teaches you to read music. She's there for you. And just remember, music is the voice of angels, which is every one of you. Pretty much it.
Yeah, that's it.
Miss Carla,
All righty then.
will you join us? And
Laugh
message with you every moment. And when you pass by that mirror, say, mirror, mirror on the wall, I see pure love, and that is all. And so it is. Amen.
Amen.
This is the right.